Alright, so last section we're going to do is just practice a little bit more some synthetic division. So, same thing here. What would make this guy 0? And I'm going to do -5. And so, remember, this is not in the right order, so be careful. So my leading coefficient is, my leading power is 3, so it's going to be -5, 1. And then, oh, it's not. I just totally messed up. Try again. So I have -5, right? My leading power is 4, so it's going to be 1. Then it's x cubed, so -5. And then x squared is 1. And then -5. And then, do you see how we have x to the first power, but then there's no number by itself? So then I need to stick on a 0. So we have x to the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 0. Alright, so I'm going to draw my line. Bring down my first number. So -5 times 1 is -5. -5 and -5 is -10. -10 times 5 is +50, so I get 51. So then I have 51 times 5, which gives me 255. It's negative. So -255 minus 5 gives me -260. And then -260 times -5 gives me 1,300. It's a big number. So then when you add, you get 1,300. So your answer is always one less. Since this is x to the 4th, this is now going to be x to the 3rd. So my answer is going to be x to the 3rd minus 10x squared plus 51x. So 3rd, 2nd, 1st minus 260, right? And then this is our remainder, so plus 1,300 over, I'm going to say x plus 5 because that sounds nicer. That's my final answer. Alright, so let's go ahead and do number 30. So I have x to the 4th, right, minus 256 divided by x minus 4. Look here, what would make that 0? +4. So then I'm going to do synthetic. So you have x to the 4th, that's your biggest, so that's 1. There's no x to the 3rd, so that's 0. There's no x squared, that's 0. There's no x, that's 0. Then your number by itself is -256. Draw the line. Double check. So I have x to the 4th, x to the 3rd, x squared, x, and then my number. Always just, guys, double check to make sure you have all the right placement holders. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and drop my 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. And then I'm going to add. So I get 4. And then 4 times 4 is 16. I'm going to add. So 16 plus 0 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Then I'm going to add 64. And then 64 times 4 is, I believe, 256. So when you add here, you get 0. So this one goes in evenly, which is nice. So remember, your answer is always one less. So if this is 5x to the 3rd, it's now going to be to the 2nd. So 1x squared plus 4x plus, oh, sorry, I was reading the wrong one. It's this one we're doing. It's x to the 4th. So this one's going to start with x to the 3rd, not x squared. So x to the 3rd plus 4x squared plus 16x plus 64. Now, guys, if you don't get a remainder, that's okay. That's just your answer. You don't have to put +0 over what you divided by. Just think back to 3rd grade when you did long division, right? You did, a big number, 125 divided by 5. It's just 25, right? You don't have a remainder or anything like that. So that's your answer. Alright, guys, good luck on your test.